Hi, it's Amanda the Nail Polish Hound, and these are my top 5 mainstream nail polish brands. Going straight into it, at number 5 we've got Morgan Taylor. A quick disclaimer, I did look up the facts about these polishes on the internet. In places I found a little bit of disagreement, so please do your own research before making any decisions. Alright, so Morgan Taylor is cruelty free. I am trying to only buy cruelty free nail polishes now, so my top 5 will all be cruelty free. They are described as being vegan and 5 free, that means they're free of 5 of the worst chemicals that used to be in nail polish. The bottles are 15 millilitres and the average cost of the bottles in the UK is £8.63, making them £5.75 per 10 millilitres of polish. I don't have many Morgan Taylor polishes as I was pretty late to finding this brand in my nail polish collecting, but the ones I have I really like. For each of the brands I will be showing you some of my favourites as examples of the range of polishes that they produce. This first one is a lovely iridescent topper, it's called Cellophane Coat. The Morgan Taylor bottles are a sort of round but fluted shape and they do take up a little bit more storage space because of that. I really like the brush in the Morgan Taylor bottles, as you can see here. It fans out nicely, it's about the right size width-wise for me, and you've got a curved edge to the brush, which means it fits nicely up into the cuticle area, so you can get a nice easy round clean line there, get the polish right up to the cuticles without getting it all over them. The second one here is a lovely neon pink, it's called Flip Flops and Tube Tops, and it has also got this really fine beautiful silver shimmer in it which just lifts the polish nicely. And the last example I have to show you is this really lovely gold, and this is great for nail art because it's so opaque. A lot of gold shimmery polishes are fairly sheer and you have to build them up, but this one isn't, so I love using this one for nail art. So that was my 5th favourite mainstream nail polish brand, Morgan Taylor. Moving on to number 4, and this is Zoya. And Zoya nail polishes are cruelty free. They are generally considered to be vegan, although there was one website that said maybe not all of their polishes are. They are 10 free, which means they're free of 10 of the worst chemicals. There's 15 millilitres in a bottle and they cost £9.95. So that makes them £6.60 per 10 millilitres of nail polish, and the most expensive brand that I'm going to be showing you today. To be quite honest with you, if Zoya were a little bit cheaper and if they included the Z-wide brush for free when you purchase a polish, then I would probably have a lot more Zoya nail polishes than I currently do. Talking about that bottle, it's a nice square fluted design and they store really easily, and it's quite incredible really how much nail polish fits into that nail polish bottle shape. If you see it compared to the Morgan Taylor here, which has the same amount of polish in it, you can see that you're going to be able to store a lot more Zoya polishes compared to the Morgan Taylor. I'll show a few of my favourite Zoya polishes to you, and the first one is Caitlin, which is a lovely dusky greyish purple colour. I really love this one, it suits my skin tone beautifully. I have replaced the brush in this one with the Z-wide brush, so that's what you are looking at here. It is a really nice brush. It goes really nice and flat and thin. It's just such a shame that it's not an option when you purchase and you have to buy them separately. I was lucky enough to be gifted a few of the Z-wide brushes by my lovely friend Louise of Loopy Prog Nails, so thank you Louise. My favourite Zoyas now have this lovely brush in them. Next one I'm showing you is one of the polishes they do with the scattered holographic glitters in them. There's quite a few in this finish range and it is very popular. I've also put the Z-wide brush into this polish. You can see there, that is a lovely polish brush and it does make painting your nails quick and easy. So this one is called Aurora. Next I have a couple of the pixie dust polishes to show you. These ones do have a textured finish, which I know some people don't like, but you can always put a thick glossy top coat over it or two and it will level it all out. And this one is Stevie, which is quite an old one, a lovely lilac colour with silver glitters in it. And then last of all we have another pixie dust. This one's got a much chunkier glitter finish to it, and it's in a very sheer base, which means I use this one as a topper, although you can build it up to be opaque on its own. And this one is called Luxe. So that's some of my favourite Zoya polishes, which is my fourth favourite mainstream brand overall. In at number 3 we've got Cuccio. They are cruelty free, they are mostly listed as being vegan and are free of 10 of the most harmful chemicals previously found in nail polish. You get 13 millilitres of polish in the bottle and they cost on average in the UK £4.85, making them £3.80 per 10 millilitres of nail polish, and the cheapest nail polish brand that I'm showing you today. This is another brand that came to quite late on in my nail polish collecting, and if I'd known about them sooner I'm sure I would have a lot more of them. They are in a very nice elegant flat type triangular bottle, and these do store sideways on in nail polish racks, which means you can get an awful lot of them into a relatively small space. They have a really good range, variety of colours and finishes. The brush is nice, the bottle's nice to hold. Overall, I just really like this brand. This first one that I'm showing you is a nice taupe, sort of putty colour. It's an example of one of their cream polishes. Their cream polishes, in my experience, are very opaque and they are easy two-coaters. Some of them are one-coaters. So you can see there it's quite a nice brush, not quite as flat or broad as some of the others, but it's still fine for me because I have quite small nails. And here you've got an example of one of their toppers. This one's got both silver and gold glitters in it, which does make it a little bit transforming. It looks a bit different on different base colours. And this one's called Blissed Out. The next polish I'm going to show you is the one that started my love of this brand. It's a beautiful, shifty, metallic flake polish. It builds up really easily in two coats. It's called Coffee, Tea or Me, and I just love this polish. I can't even remember where I first saw it, but I definitely wanted more of this brand once I had tried this one. And the last one that I wanted to show you is this, a very interesting polish with a metallic base to it and those holographic bar glitters. I'm not normally a fan of bar glitters, but this combination works really well. I think it's extremely pretty and very unusual. So this is Dreamville by Cuccio Colour, which is my third favourite mainstream nail polish brand. In number 2 we have China Glaze, and this is a brand that I have been buying for some time, and they are now cruelty free. They are listed as vegan or mostly vegan. They are currently 7 free, so free of 7 of the worst chemicals. There's 14 millilitres in a bottle and they are average. They cost £5.82 in the UK, and that makes them £4.15 per 10 millilitres. Because of that bottle shape, these do take up a little bit more space in your nail rack or in your Helmer. The good thing about this bottle shape is if you're polishing your own nails and they are on the work surface, they don't easily fall over, they're not easily knocked over. But the downside of this is it can be difficult to get to the bottom of the bottle, and because there's more polish down there, you may not be able to use up as much of the polish. They have an amazing range of polishes, colours and finishes. Their cream polishes do often separate, but give them a good shake if that happens, and they are absolutely fine. Please don't throw them away. So I'm going to show you a few of my favourites, and the first one is from the 2021 summer collection, and this one is Takes Two to Mango. It's a really nice orange neon, and it has got a beautiful subtle gold shimmer in it as well. I'm not much of a neon nail polish wearer, but I loved every one of the polishes in this neon collection except for the green. They have recently changed their brush to one that is a little bit wider, but it's not quite as flat as some of the other brushes I've shown you, which makes it a little bit harder to work with. This next one's a bit of a classic and was very sought after when it was released, and it's got that beautiful shimmer in it. I love this polish. It's called Pearl Jamming. And in this one you can see that original skinny brush that China Glaze used to have. It doesn't bother me too much because I have got small nails and I find it okay to work with. This polish has got a beautiful glowy shimmer in it, and although you see that quite a lot in indies these days, it was quite unusual in mainstreams at the time they made this polish. And talking about classic China Glaze colours, it doesn't get much more classic than this one. This is the beautiful Ruby Pumps. It is a deeper red, absolutely packed full of very fine glitters. I love this polish, and it's a staple for Christmas manicures. Next up is one of their older toppers. This one's called Snow Globe, and it's got those iridescent glitters in it. It's another transforming top coat, and those glitters will look different depending on the base colour. A very, very pretty polish, very difficult to remove because those glitters are quite chunky, but a very pretty polish nonetheless. And last of all, I wanted to show you one of the polishes from their OMG Revival collection. This one is called BFF, and it has quite a subtle, what we sometimes refer to as a flat but smooth holographic finish. So it's not too in your face, but catch it right in the sun, and it does look absolutely beautiful. So I'm a real fan of this range of polishes. They can be a little tricky to work with, but they are so beautiful on the nails. They almost look like holographic silk. So that's some examples of China Glaze polishes, which was my second favourite mainstream nail polish brand. So at number 1 we have got Barry M, and full disclosure here, I did used to receive some nail polish from Barry M for use in manicures. I bought the brand before that, and I still buy it even though I don't get it as PR. So the reasons why it's my favourite mainstream brand: they are cruelty free and always have been, they are 100% vegan, they are described as low chemical. I couldn't find out exactly how many free they are. You get 10 millilitres in a bottle, and they have a good price point at £3.99, which of course makes them £3.99 per 10 millilitres. So here's a few of my favourite Barry M polishes just to show you some of the range that they have. This is not all of the ranges that are available. I really like the bottle shape as well. It's just a square, but they store so easily. Okay, it's not as pretty as some of the other polish bottles, but you can get a lot into your storage. They're easily available. You can pick them up in the UK in high street stores as well as online. So we'll start off with one of their Jelly High Shine range, and as you would expect from the name, these polishes are very high shine in finish. And this one is one of my favourites from this range. It's called Elderberry, and it's a lovely dusky blue colour. And in this one you can see that it's got the old really skinny brush in it, and the more recent Barry M polishes do have a wider, flatter brush, which I really do like. Next is one of their matte nail polish range, and this one is called Vanilla. It's a lovely, lovely nude shade that really suits my skin tone. You can always, of course, put a matte top coat over normal polish, but sometimes for nail art it's nice to have a polish that is matte anyway. Next up is Celestial Silver from their Molten Metal range. And this is a beautiful holographic polish that is shifty as well. For a mainstream polish, I think this is such good value compared to some of the indie polishes that are quite similar. You can see the beautiful shift to the different colours in the bottom of the bottle there. This next one is Tiger Eye, and it's an example from their Crystal Rock collection. This is also a textured type of polish with a little bit of a shimmer in it, and not too textured, not too rough. You can quite easily smooth this one out with a good top coat. Just a very pretty polish, and another example of all the different types of finish that Barry M do. And this one does also have their new flat wide brush, which I really appreciate. And finally, we have one of my favourite top coats from them, and this is a holographic glitter topper with glitters in different sizes and shapes. This one's a little bit different because it is a pink holographic topper. Unfortunately, this one is long since discontinued, but I am lucky enough to have a couple of backup bottles of it. So there you have my favourite top 5 mainstream nail polish brands. I do have another polish to mention which didn't make it into my top 5, and that is Essie. So I do have quite a few Essie nail polishes and I enjoy them, but I haven't been purchasing them recently since I found out that they weren't cruelty free. However, in 2021, Essie have pledged to become 100% cruelty free, and they are reformulating their products. Currently, as I understand it, at least the Expressi range are the only ones that are definitely cruelty free, and it did say that they were going to be making all of their formulas cruelty free in the future, but I don't know from when that was started and which collections are cruelty free and which are not. Essie's polishes are 8 free, so free of 8 of the nasty chemicals that were previously found in nail polish. The bottles are 13.5 millilitres. They're a nice square shape, so fit into storage nice and easily like the Barry M do. They are on the more expensive side at £7.99, so that makes them £5.92 per 10 millilitres. They are also easily available. You can buy these in the high street and online. Essie also have a nice range of polishes and different finishes, so here are 3 of my favourites. The first one is Viva Antigua, and this is a polish that has a lovely delicate shimmer in it, which you can see very clearly on the nail. It translates beautifully. And in this one you can see the original thin Essie brush. Then we have Chinchilli by Essie, one of their cream formulas, and this one does have their nice wide flat brush in it. Last of all, I'm going to show you one of their toppers, and this is a really pretty dusky bluey purple coloured glitter topper. I just find this one very pretty, and I've got nothing else quite like it. So there you go, that's Essie, and I hope that if they do reformulate all their polishes, that I might be able to rebuy some of these in a cruelty-free formula in the future. Let me know in the comments what your favourite mainstream brands are. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.